Hello and welcome back to yet another knowledgeable video. Myself, Parametric Krish, and I love talking about NX Open. I love talking about design automation, and my purpose to record and post the content on YouTube is that I would like to spread the awareness about NX Open as a tool as a tool to consider learning by every design engineer. Okay, uh, many people who are viewers on my channel, those actually look to get some learning content from me. But what I do is that I try to spread awareness in my YouTube channel rather than sharing training videos, because once you are aware about the topic, and if the topic makes you curious, if the topic uh, making you interested in learning that, then it makes sense you invest time in training. So what I do mainly on my channel, I just spread awareness. I'm not focusing on teaching you anything as such. I'm just spreading awareness what can be possible with NX Open and design automation. NX Open as a design automation tool, but I don't prefer teach you something on my YouTube channel. Definitely, if you would like to be part of, uh, if you would like to get trained from me, then definitely you can get into my community. If you become my community member, then this is where I help you learn this skill set. This is where I train people learn this skill set. Okay, so I am different person on YouTube and different person for community members. Okay, so uh, this is what I would like to share, because I have got some recent feedback that your YouTube videos are difficult to understand. But uh, as I'm not teaching you and I'm not explaining everything to you in that, it might be difficult for you to understand because you lack the basic understanding about the topic. So this is what my clarification is. Now I'm jumping upon the topic for today's video. If you are someone who is trying to learn yourself, definitely it is not a bad uh, approach to consider learning self. But still, if you are learning by yourself, and if you think that you are not moving or you are not progressing well, then you might be doing any of these mistakes. So this video will help you track if you are doing any of that mistake, and it will also help you correct that mistake if you are at all doing that. So let's understand, if at all are you doing anything wrong uh, when you are learning yourself. So let's see. So I'm going to share the share three myths with you, and I'm going to burst that myths as well. So the first myth is learning programming language either by self or by some online course. It can be a simple and short sweet course, it can be a extensive course, or you might be trying to uh, learn couple of programming languages at the same time. Not maybe at the same time, but you learn one programming language for 2 months and then you learn other programming language for 2 months, because you think that if you learn couple of programming languages, then it will help you in obtaining the mastery or expertise in this skill set, or maybe it will help you land in job easily. But this is a myth, I would say. Okay, why I would say this is a myth? The topmost reason for that is, the fact is, when you are working as an NX Open developer, you do not use everything from programming language. You only use 25% of programming language, and rest is your expertise of using NX Open APIs. Because what we are going to deal with is NX Open automation. To do NX Open automation, you need to use NX Open APIs. And how you use APIs is using the programming language. So we only need to learn few topics within programming language. We do not need to learn everything which is available in a programming language. We only need some part of that to learn, and that's all. Because we are a mechanical engineer turning automation engineer or CAD automation engineer. We are not an IT engineer. IT engineer might need to learn everything very deeply because they might be dealing with different software development environments. As an IT person, they need to learn different technology, different environments of development, and that is their need. Our need is not that. Our need is to learn the programming language which is relevant for us to develop NX Open automation. Okay, so you don't need to learn the programming language extensively. You don't need to spend that much of time, and you can even plan learning few topics in the programming that will help you fast track your learning, that will help you reduce your learning journey. So this is you must need to take note of. The second myth is that you try to learn everything in NX Open. If you are learning through some other mentor, trainer, or if you are learning yourself, you might already know that there are huge topics to learn in NX Open. If you are learning these many huge topics, definitely it's going to take a long time. And there is no harm spending that much of time because learning NX Open is vast, because library of NX Open APIs is vast. And if you spend more time, you will get more understanding. You will get familiar with many number of APIs. That is going to definitely help you. But the downside is that you are going to spend long time on the learning part. So there are various topics like UFunk, Cape, Snap, Block UI Styler, Windows Forms, etc. etc. So all of that you can learn. Definitely you spend time on learning this one by one. But what matters most is developing your hands-on. So once you learn a topic, if you spend time on hands-on, if you spend time handling some assignments, working on some assignments, developing some small code blocks that works. So if you spend developing hands-on like this, that will definitely help you gain more clarity about the topic, and that helps you develop your fundamentals right. And if you develop your fundamentals right, then you can learn yourself after some period of time. You don't need to go through learning each and every topic with some guidance or some help of a mentor. The fact is that if you keep learning, it's not good to help. If you learn, if you apply that and reflect that learning, it's going to help. So this is the real powerful and significant learning loop that you shall follow. So you learn the topic, you apply your learning, developing assignments. You'll definitely get the feedback out of your assignment yourself, because you have spent time performing that assignment, and that feedback you can reflect on your learning, your next learning, and this is how you can learn much faster, much quicker, and much better. So the knowledge isn't powerful until it's applied. So you try to learn whatever you learn, that is going to help you. The bottom line is not just learn, apply, and reflect. So this is what will help you, and this can even reduce your learning journey. The third myth is focusing on certification. If you focus on certification, I'm sure that most of you will not. Uh, Focusing on certification is still there in some of the minds because they like grown up like this. After college, they used to do this certification, that certification. They used to uh, highlight, showcase their certification on social media, and also they highlight this very promptly on their resume. There is no harm doing that, but if instead of just learning you try to focus on certification, it is going to harm you, because when you learn and when you go in front of a interviewer, then they are not going to hire you based on the certification that you had. They are going to hire you on the skills that you have. So this is what matters. Skill is most important. Skill matters, not the certification. So if you are, check if you are more focused on certification or you are more focused on skill. So these are the three myths that I have uh, collected, because I keep on talking with the people who are either wanted to learn, they are learning, or they already finished their learning. So this is the different phases that these guys go through, and I thought bringing all those myths together and specifying or busting the myths that will help you definitely to to replan your learning journey. So I hope that you got some useful information from this video. If you still have a question on top of this, then definitely I am available. You can put your question in a comment section, and I am going to pick that up and will help you with the answer.